Hey, how's it going? So today we are unboxing AooDen electric car cooler and warmer. This is a 26 quart capacity. It uses thermoelectric iceless. Basically, you don't need ice in these type of coolers. It uses 12 volts DC. So that's the cool thing. It also comes with a plug, so you actually plug into the wall. I actually already opened it and tested it because I just wanted to see how it worked, and now I'm just going ahead and do a video on it. So again, this is the AooDen electric cooler. It's great for camping, or if you're going grocery shopping or something, just keep this in the car. It comes with a DC port, so you can plug it directly into a cigarette lighter, or normally you'll plug into the AC, kind of let it cool off before you actually use it, just so it doesn't draw as much energy, because it takes a lot of energy to kind of cool, and then it just trickle charges to kind of maintain, right? So here's the AC port, DC port, and then here's the switch, so you can kind of let it know what it's looking for. And here's the hot and the cool. So I tested the cool function, and it does work. It keeps a nice cold bottle. You should always put cold items into the cooler, just so it doesn't work as hard, right? It's just smarter that way. So I put a nice cold chilled bottle into here, and it worked perfectly. Later, I actually put a half gallon of water, room temperature, into it, and it cooled it off probably within an hour. It was nicely cold water. As you can see here, at the top is the vent. I have a feeling later on they could probably upgrade this and put kind of like a wireless charger into it, but I would never use this as anything other than what it's built for, because why would you want to drain more power from a unit like this, right? It's not needed. So when you hold the handle in this position, it locks the lid. If you put it into the locking position, this side where it kind of covers the port a little bit, not really, but it's on the side of the ports, it locks the lid too. So to unlock it, you just put it to the front side and the lid opens. Alright. Here you can see where the fan is and the thermal, where it kind of circulates the air and just kind of use a thermoelectric type of science. And it just keeps the whole side cooler and colder. It comes with a divider. I just put this under here just to kind of suck up any type of condensation every once in a while that builds up. It came with the instruction manual that gives you all the details. And it comes with the wires. And here's the two wires. One that plugs into the cigarette. See, so don't lose this plug because it's almost a specialized plug. And then it goes into the DC adapter. And here's the AC one, same thing, plug into the wall. So what I can do, and see, it's a good size, it holds a lot. 26 quart is more than enough to hold 6 packs of your beverage, extra water, yogurt. It keeps everything nice and chill. You don't set the temperature really. It says that it would keep whatever outside ambient temperature. It would knock it by 20 degrees or so, maybe a little bit more. But I would always keep this in the shade, keep it protected from the sun, and it'll work wonders, right? Especially if it's inside like a car trunk, it will work perfectly. So let's see, here's the DC port here, plug it in, and the fan noise is not really loud, especially if it's in a car or something. It will not be annoying or loud at all. I think it's very pleasant. Nothing, it's not like a typical fridge where you have like a loud condensator kicking in or anything. It's just a nice fan hum. So let's see, so I'm going to switch to DC port, and then here is my Go Labs power bank here, R300. I have a video on it, and I'll provide a link below. But let's go ahead and plug that in to here, and let's see how it runs. I want to see what type of wattage it's going to pull, you know, in the first, you know, 5-6 minutes of it. In my past videos, you'll see that right now I have my solar panels charging my bank now. It was at 70 something, about maybe 74%, maybe an hour and a half ago, and right now it's already at 99, drawing about 48 watts from the solar. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug this in one-handed. Okay, let's put this up here, push this in. Okay, and now let's see if we turn and then cool. Okay, so now we turned on the switch. You kind of hear the fans. It's already starting to work. Okay, so you see it shows DC, and so right now I don't think it's pulling any current from the battery bank itself. I mean, it was at 99%, because it should show some numbers here. So what I would do is disconnect my solar, which is plugged in right here. So let's go ahead and disconnect that. There we go. See, so now it understands, hey, I'm not getting power from the solar. Now it's saying it's pulling 56 watts to cool off this cooler, and at this rate I will have about 5 hours. But the thing is, once it does get to its optimal temperature, let's say about 30 to 40 degrees, then the wattage will trickle down to maybe, I'm hoping, 5 watts in between, and then it may bump up to 40, 50 whenever the fan kicks in. So what I will do is I'll test this over time, and I'll do a follow-up video to see how this works, how much voltage, wattage this will use over time. But just for right now, I just wanted to just kind of show you how it is. This is, right now we're outside, it's pretty darn hot. I would say maybe 90 something degrees. Partially in the sun, as you can see. I'm not trying to hide anything. The power bank is in the shade, so that's good. This is looking good so far. I mean, 5 hours, because overall this is going to be kind of an overnight camping type situation. See, look, it's already kicking up to 6 hours versus 5 hours. The wattage is slowly going down to 54 watts. Once it gets cooler, it'll be a lot better. I'll do a follow-up video on this, but for right now, this is almost like not real world, but almost kind of not best case scenario, because I'm just out in the sun, super duper hot. It's working perfect. Because 6 hours, that's more than enough to keep all of our food chilled and ready to use whenever you want to cook. But if I'm outdoors, I'm going to be plugging this up to solar. This would be in the tent in the shade. This would be in the shade inside the tent. Solar panel will be outside of the tent collecting solar power. So everything would be nice and perfect. Alright. So you will minimize your chance of opening this and letting out all the cold air. As you can see, here's the fan noise. And right now everything's hot to the touch because of the sun, so that's not the best thing to do. Sorry, I didn't want a bug flying in there. But yeah, here's the cooler. Again, it's AooDen. It's a 12 volt DC cooler that you can also plug into the AC. As you can see, it has a nice orange accent, which matches my Go Labs accent of orange and my solar panel accent of orange. This is a nice good combo, right? Other than that, this is about it. I mean, As you can see, it's a 12 volt, 26 quarts. The going rate right now is about 119. I think I had maybe a 10% discount at the time of purchase. But as you can see, it functions for what it is. You don't have to worry about melting ice. You don't have to worry about buying ice. You know, ice is not that expensive, but over time, especially if you camp a lot and you go outdoors a lot, buying ice, dumping out the water, keeping it dry, it's a hassle. So stuff like this really modernize your glamping, I guess. It just cuts the edge off of all the annoyance of camping, right? Worrying about the ice is always just so annoying. So for me, this is kind of like my first step into this. I do have a car fridge coming in, and that'll be probably my next video. It comes in Thursday. I'm going to be running both of these off their own little solar power banks, and we'll see how that goes. And if you are interested, I'll do a video of me trying to solo camp. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Alright? If any questions, comments, leave it below. Other than that, this is the unboxing and first time impression type of video for the AooDen electric car cooler. Alright? I'll leave it there.